So me and my husband are going out to dinner, and this thing happens, and it keeps happening. Not every time, but it keeps happening, and I keep noticing it. And it's when he gets frustrated, he doesn't contain that frustration in a quiet, polite way that I would. He expresses himself in a less contained way than I would express myself. And I started noticing when this was happening, what would happen for me was that I would feel embarrassed. I would feel ashamed. I'd be ashamed of him. I was cold and dismissive and disrespectful inside. And I hate that feeling. I don't believe anyone deserves to feel that kind of response from their partner. And so I thought about it. I said, we've got to do something about this, because I know he's not getting frustrated on purpose. Like, no, that never happens. But he gets frustrated. It's a natural, normal response. And it's what he was trained to do by his caregivers. And so we started talking about it. And I can't control him, and I don't want to, but I wanted him in on what was happening for me and how he was impacting me in our marriage, in our relationship, and in our friendship, honestly. And so we came up with this tool that when one of us is frustrated or angry or just super revved, and we can't actually talk about anything from that place with any kind of helpfulness, logic, kindness. And so what we came up with was this special word, and our word is bookmark. And we just say, hey, let's bookmark this till we get back to the car. And then when we get back to the car, I always say, like, what was that got so frustrating for you? I'm always really curious, but by that point, I'm not in a place of shame. I'm not mad at him. I'm not feeling disrespectful. I'm actually in love with him and curious and knowing that he was hurting in some way. And I asked him to contain himself with that word, and he did. And then I wanted to know about it. It's such a great tool to create safety, emotional safety, where then he knows that he's loved, that he can have his feelings and experience heard, and he doesn't have to do it in a way that I'm going to be dismissive of him and disrespectful. I hate that feeling. I'd love for you to try this. You don't have to use bookmark. You can use whatever word you and your partner kind of come up with, but you come up with that word when you're not in a triggered state. Let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear.